I spent a couple hours yesterday giving the whole room another coat. That would be 4 coats. The 4th coat was pretty much exactly like the 3rd coat. I just hit the big joints though with that. I didn't touch the screw holes. I did go over the entire ceiling again, because like I said before, the ceiling is something that you're going to see always. There's not any, artwork or furniture or anything to hide the ceiling, so you have to be very good with that. I am there, I do believe, but I've got my light here that I'm going to go around the room on the walls first, then I'll do the ceiling after, but I won't show that because it's the same process, except I have to do it from the ladder and it'll take a bit longer. And I'm going to go around and I'm going to have a close look at the walls and see any places where it needs to be touched up. Like right here I can see there's a little bit of stuff there. I got my compound and it's super soupy. I mixed a lot of water with it, makes it really thin. And I'm just going to go over those areas until I'm happy that they're smooth enough. Now in particular, you're going to find areas that are just on the edge here where you went with the trowel. They'll all have to be done. And the 4-inch knife is really the best one for that because it has a small size, and that way you'll be able to put more pressure on. And like I said before, the mud not only fills at this point, it also helps to smooth out what's there because it dissolves it a little bit. I'm also going to go around and take my knife and run along any place that I've already taped, and what that will do, it will scrape off any small ridges that are there or little snots that happen to be there. I look at this little bit of work that I'm doing here as replacing the sanding that you would normally do, except I'm not creating any dust. And you get right in the corner here and run the corner of my knife down inside there. It will really clean that up so that I don't actually have to do any sanding in there. Sometimes I will, but this time I don't think I will because I was extra careful. Just hit any areas that need to be built up again. Like here, it's going to take another coat. But the corner itself looks great, ready to be primed. This may be slow and tedious, but it sure beats sanding, in my opinion anyway. I've gone over the entire ceiling and patched up everything that I can see. I'm concentrating on the wall to ceiling junction here now. And in some places it really makes more sense to do a little bit of sanding, and that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to run the sanding block back and forth, and that's mainly to sharpen up that corner and clean it up inside there a little bit more, because I find that's what you really see when you walk into a room, that line where the wall meets the ceiling. Now I'm not doing a lot, it's not creating a lot of dust at all, I'm just taking it and running it across, and what it does is just gets right in that corner there, the sanding block. Everything else looks good. I've reached the point now where I can get the walls primed and the ceiling primed. And that's the part that I really look forward to. It means that I'm almost done with the room, so it's a good thing. The primer that I'm using, good quality. You really want to use the best quality you can afford. I'll be cutting them with a 3-inch brush. I've got a 10mm pile roller, that's 3/8 of an inch. And that's a little bit longer than you normally use, but what it'll do, along with the good quality primer, is it will give you a little bit more texture, and it will help to hide any small imperfections. Now the imperfections would have to be very small, but this will really help to do that, along with the good quality paint. After I'm done priming, I'll go over the walls again and I'll look for spots that I missed during my look through, because when you get the primer on, it makes these things easier to see. I just finished priming the ceiling. The wall's all primed. It's still a bit wet. It's gotten dark outside, so I really can't show what it looks like until tomorrow morning. I'll get a couple of pictures and I'll put them in at the end of the video just to see. I had a look around already, and while I was rolling, of course, and I didn't see anything that I'll have to fix up. So I was pretty good. You can probably see in the camera the vertical seams ghosting through, but that's just, you know, unequal absorption of the paint on the thing. They're absolutely flat. I don't see any problems there at all. I don't see anything that I gotta touch up. All looks good. I'm very happy with it actually, and I'm glad that this part is done.